Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Just the game was back once again, of course. Story a bit late today. Of course, this is a Monday, basically. However, it's a bit of a slower day, of course, and working with the everybody else's time zone and stuff like that. Like I said I'll basically do a stream, basically in the middle somewhere. So people basically, I can actually fill in that time slot and so on and so forth. So this is exactly what I'm going to be doing today, of course. I will be doing two streams today. Like I said, I just got a patron. Nice. Another patron to add to my collection. I don't know why I don't use those patrons, those free patrons, but I'm not too much worried about them right now. Like I said, I got quite a few of those free ones. And I should be using them because, like I said, they do have a beneficial thing to them. But it's just what it is. I'm looking for. Let me see. I gotta love those cookies. Taste it. Anyway, let me see here. Yes. I'm gonna basically open up some more boxes to try to get my inventory space back, and so on and so forth. And I'd be working on that quite a bit. Now, like I said, within the next little bit, I uh, may be giving something back to the viewers, of course, and to Trove. I gotta see what I'm gonna be doing next little bit. I can't make no plans right now because I don't have much myself right now. But anyway, regardless, if you are into the Troveness itself and you'd like to be able to actually come along and basically do the delves and stuff like that this morning, you're more than welcome to do so. You can actually join me on the PlayStation 5 console, of course, or the PlayStation 4, depends on what you're using, and be able to get a hand with your delves. Now, I gotta find something here. I'm gonna get a challenge mode, which I do need to build, and that's it. All right, we're finished with that. Finished building that for a moment. I'm gonna go down here and do my PvP, of course, as always, and be able to go grab this right quick. Ooh, and grab that. Now, as I basically even waited a little bit with my time today too, because sometimes like 8 o'clock in the morning, PvP is not moving. Like I'd be waiting like almost an hour for PvP, so it's just like one of those things. So at least now I get a chance of actually get my PvP done, and so on and so forth. Hey, how's it going, Mo? How are you doing today, my friend? And welcome to the stream, of course. Hopefully you're doing great this morning or this afternoon, depends on where you're to. Like I said, yeah, I'm a little bit delayed today because I want to change my slot just a little bit, tiny bit, because where this is Monday, basically Monday is usually a bit slower, like to start off, whatever the case may be. And like I said, that's why I did it this morning that way, so I can get my PvP in, so I can get everything going, and basically try to squeeze in with the delves and stuff like that too. And like I said, see who's active, who's not, whatever the case may be, because I'm trying to actually look at time zones right now for the Mondays, because I find if I'm streaming at 8:30 in the morning, I find it's not so active, so this is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for a proactive, more time zone for Mondays. So that's exactly what I did today. So far. So right now I'm waiting for PvP just a little tiny bit. And once I'm finished with that, I'll be doing the delves. Now, as I said before, if you are part of the console revolution, well, say revolution, instead of the master race, as some people call PC. Uh, okay. Well, that's not a real big huge downer. You gotta remember, every time you fail, there's always a chance of success next round. So don't worry about it. Like, I mean, I still get that from time to time too, dude. Sometimes it takes 3, 4 rolls just to get that one thing. And sometimes you get stuck with HP. So, like, I mean, it's just one of those things, you know? And that's exactly what I look at. Like, I mean, if you're stuck with the HP or to get the wrong stat, like, I mean, that's why I like to be able to stockpile all my stuff all the time. So I can actually just do multiple rolls all at once and just do it that way. But like I said, if you're basically doing it from week to week, like, I mean, you'll get there. You'll get there. Trust me on that. Like I said, I got faith in you, my friend. Like I said, you'll get there with your statting and stuff like that. But what stat were you trying to get anyways? Were you trying to get critical, or were you get physical, or what? What are you trying to get? Because I know physical sometimes is a little bit harder to get. Like to get one right off the hop. Sometimes you get lucky with that one. Because it usually interferes with the health and health percentage, or the critical percentage. Not the critical hit damage, just the critical percentage. That's the three stats you're always competing against. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start my delves right now. Like I said, anyone that's available right now be able to join me on the console. Be able to do it that way. Now, I don't know when yes. Next week, remember next week, the event is going to be starting for Halloween. Just to make sure you get enough credit pouches and stuff like that to actually do the event. That goes for everybody. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be at least one pack coming out, which is going to cost about $3K. It happens every single time this time, every single year. And like I said, next week, I think it's next Monday when that event hits. So it'll be for 2 weeks. And you'll be able to grab those credit pouches and stuff when you can. Now, like I said, I'm not sure what mounts and stuff is going to be available. Because, like I said, that's all up in the air right now. But you can actually take... Hey, Toll! What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for the follow, by the way. How are you doing today, my friend? Hopefully you're doing great. Right now, I'm actually doing the delves and stuff like that. If you are part of the console... basically, you can actually join me if you're on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Yes, I do play this game on the console itself. Like I said, I like the PC version better to a point, just because there's a lot more people and so on and so forth. But, kill what bug? What do you mean by kill what? What do you mean? I don't get what you mean by killing a bug. Are you talking about the small ladybugs that's on the ground, or are you talking about something else, like a computer bug or something like that? Because that makes a great big difference. Well, I could kill a computer bug if I got long enough arms. You know, you just reach in and it's go. I'm on the US server. A lot of people play it on the console in the UK server. I don't know why, but it's just what it is. I've been playing on here for years on the US server, and like I said, it's just one of those things that I enjoy quite a bit because the US server got a little bit a few more players. Then the basically the US server got a little bit more players than the UK. But now if I'm going with PC, that's a little bit different again. So I'm looking at PC. Like I said, I eventually I might switch to PC. But like I mean, where PC has been out for so long, I don't think it's going to benefit me or benefit anybody right now. So like I said, that's why I'm not switching currently. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with Trove and PC because I already got an account and stuff like that already set up. I started playing that at the very beginning, but I quit playing there just because of the fact that I found a console at some points. It was actually become more active. Well, for me anyway, because I've got more console games than PC. So I was like, I'll do some streaming and start doing it that way off the console. So, like I said, for me to have the information and stuff like that way, and how many games I had, I'm still trying to build up my repertoire of games on PC, of course. But it's taken a good bit of cash and stuff like that and time for me to do that. And like I said, eventually I will be going to PC. I might, like I said, I might start playing Trove on there. I'm not sure yet though. Like I said, it's be a lot of years to catch up on though. That's the biggest problem for me with that. So, but regardless of that, that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking at when I go to switch over or whatever the case may be. I got to see how many years I'm going to be putting into Trove and stuff like that. I love to be able to play Trove on PC, like legitimately, because of the population and so on and so forth. But like I said, the console kind of is up and down. But now, like I said, it's just I find certain times of the year though on the console is a bit slower, but it happens. And a lot of people wait for the new updates and stuff like that. So it's all good. Anyway, regardless of that, what console do you play on, my friend? Or do you play on PC or do you play on the UK? Because that makes a big, huge difference at the end of the day as well. Now, I've got to start my delve, of course. I've got my PvP done. I'm not too much worried about how good I can do in PvP or how bad I can do in PvP. It's just because I don't like the PvP in this game. I don't like the new system at all. It's just horrible. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things that I don't like itself. Because I love the old PvP system. Like, I mean, I can go back when they used to have the old Shadow Tower PvP. Who stream? Yes, yes, I am streaming. Well, what's going on? Now, I'm looking for who? Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know who you're talking. Well, I know who you're talking about. I think. But anyway, regardless, yeah, I'm always watching other people's streams too and supporting them as well. But like I said, right now I'm just basically trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. And like I said, anyone's on the console, like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, be able to join me with delves and stuff like that. I will be doing multiple delve runs today. Ah, okay. Sweet. Yeah, like I mean, I always like try to support streamers and more so than lurkers. There's a lot of lurkers that don't stream, which is fine. Like I mean, to that point, it's nice to have a lurker that's just there to support. Because I might even go back and support to supporting the lurkers. Some of them will actually eventually start streaming. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind supporting. Now, Total, what I'm going to do, since you end up following me, give me a minute, because I can actually give you a follow back, so I can actually be able to support your channel as well. Just exactly what I do. Like, I mean, this is what I enjoy doing. Now, I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing here, because, like I said, right now I'm going to be doing the delve solo. Like, I mean, I will cut off this delve if you are basically wanting to join up or whatever the case may be. I don't mind cutting my delve a little bit shorter. Basically, I'll stop at any number, of course, and be able to do it that way. And I don't mind wasting a portal because, like I said, flux is easy to get, and all the materials are easy to get, at least for my rank anyways, so it's not too bad. I'm still working on, like I said, the mastery system and stuff like that. I'm slowly working on different things, so It's not too bad. It could be worse, could be better, you know. Excuse me. I like to be able to go along and start giving out giveaways too, but I don't have much materials myself. And I don't sell everything that I work for because the thing is, it's just one of those things. Now, I do help new players though. If, like I said, if they're on the console, I do help new players that just come in. Like I said, if they're on the U.S. server, basically what you could do is just basically give me a holler on here. Basically, just let me know what if you're active or not on this server. And if you are lower PR, like I said, if you're just starting off, I usually give out stellar gear and stuff like that to help people out at the very beginning of the game so they can try to get to Uber 8 a little bit sooner. And basically from Uber 8 to Uber 11 is all they get to worry about. And like I said, I'll usually help them out as much as I can. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I can actually help out with that. Like, I mean, that direction. So I try to do my best with that. So everybody's basically having fun and everything else in the game as well. Now, I do not, like I said, level people. That is definitely something I don't do. And like I said, because where I'm actually always doing something for other people and stuff like that as well. Like, I mean, I'm constantly, if I'm playing Trove, I'm constantly doing something. Hey, Remote, how you doing, my friend? And welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it today, of course. Like I said, I'm about 2 hours off, between 2.5 hours from my morning stream because of the fact that, speaking of level 2, well, basically what you want to do is like any character. If you can go to Uber, like say Uber 6, and you struggle, go back to Uber 5. Just go back to one level from where you're to. You will lose a little bit of EXP, but you'll gain it in quicker. You'll quicker grind your character up. Now, when you go along and basically do your gems and stuff like that, basically when you PR, you want to do augmentations and stuff like that. If you basically looked at my YouTube channel, I've got every single class. I'll show you in a second. I got every single class of beyond 30K. Like, I mean, I've got, it's not one class I don't have. Like I said, I've been playing this game for a long time. But I've been working on, right now, the Solarian, which is the new class out there. To me, it's a bit better than the Shadow Hunter to a point. It does a little bit more damage, I find, in delves. It's more of a delve runner when it comes to that. But like I said, it's what it is. So yeah, like, I mean, it's just exactly what I've seen it damage-wise and stuff like that. Watching other people use the character and stuff like that, I'm not slowly building it up. I'm almost completed. But it's just one of those things that I'll be switching to eventually. It is a bit slower moving class, of course. But now, go back to your question. Sorry to sidestep a little bit. When it comes to grinding any type of character, you want to know exactly what basically empowered gems and stuff you need to do. You customize character. Okay. What you want to do for customization, like, I mean, if you check my YouTube channel, that's a link in my description as well. Since you've got all these questions and stuff like that, that should help you. Just look at the older streams. You would basically want to look at some of the older streams because I've got over 150 videos on Trove, basically broken down. But to answer your question live right now, basically what you want to do, customize. You want to be able to do your augmentations and stuff like that. And when you do your augmentations and stuff like that with your gems, you want to be able to do, if you're magical, you want to focus on magical, critical and critical damage, critical percent, and don't go over 100%. You want to be able to basically also focus on, to say, your magic dragons. And you want to be able to keep on doing that. So you can bring up your magic damage and stuff to make your characters a lot stronger. and so on and so forth. Same thing if you do physical first. You do physical, then you do all that stuff. So basically, it's a reverse of what you do. And now you want to focus on your dragons and stuff like that because that will increase your chance of getting like stellars and stuff and getting a lot more flux. So you want to get as many dragons as possible anyways, but you want to focus on what class you started off with. Actually, they are. They're everywhere. Dragons are almost every single spot in the game. What I mean is every single spot. Well, there's some in Candoria. There's ones in the dungeons itself, like the small dungeons. You get basically the Puff Dragon, which is one of the new dragons. You also get one that is called Flackbeard, which is in basically Treasure Trove. You'll find him scattered around. You'll find different dragons in different spots. Now, like I said, there is a lot of stuff that you can collect even from the new zone, like the new area. Basically, you can get a dragon from that one itself. There is a couple of them from PvP. There's basically all the dragons are scattered across the map. So it basically for every zone. Like I mean, almost every zone now has a dragon, which is nice. Now it depends on what dragon you're going for and how difficult it is to get the fragments. One of the easiest dragons to get. Apart from getting like the easiest one to get is the one you can get from the pinatas. You get the pinata dragon, of course. That's the easiest one to get. But the second easiest one to get is in basically in the Skylands itself. Let me see. I'll get the right name for you in a second. Give me a second here. Up in this area right here, the Radiant Runes, you do the clouds. You find that one very easy too. You just need explosives or some type of thing that you'll blow up the clouds, and you'll get that one. That one is actually kind of like a golden and white dragon. I forget exactly the names of them now because I've got so many of them over time. But you find a dragon there, and you find ones, like I said, they're everywhere. Like, I mean, there's almost not 1 inch is covered by a dragon at some point now. I'm glad they actually did that to a point, because there's certain areas that was actually dead, and people would be like, how do you get this one and this one and this one? I said, there's nothing in this one, but there's something in this one. Now it's all changed over again since the new update. Because there was 5 new dragons. If you go to the Dragon Crucible, there was 5 new dragons actually released with this update. Remember, there was combined of 2 updates with the last update they put out. So, like, I mean, they were that far behind with the stuff, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, that should help you quite a bit as well. But I find some dragons are very easy to get. Some of them will take time, like the Spider Dragon and the Starfire. Starfire Dragon is the hardest one to get. I will say that, because of the drop chances of that. What are Ubers? Well, Ubers actually Uber 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the level that you're actually at. Like, I mean, it's the zone that you're actually at. So, with saying that, okay, I'll go to Uber. Just say if I went right now to go to Ubers, I'll go. This is Adventure Worlds, of course, but he'll basically like say Uber 7. Then it goes to Uber 9, and then it goes when you come over to here, you go to Uber 11 when you actually go towards the end game, and so on and so forth. And basically, it's the difficult level. It's basically like you start off with novice, or basically say medieval. To say if you start off with there, you get medieval, and then you got like the permafrost and so on and so forth. That is for one of the very first 2 maps that you open up. And then you actually start getting into the Ubers after Crestfield. You start getting into the Ubers. Like I said, when it comes to that. So what I'm saying is, basically the difficulty increases by just a little tiny bit each time. Hey, Goofy, what's up, man? How are you doing today, my friend? But yeah, that's what Ubers are. It just basically after a certain period of time in the game, you'll be able to grab those, and like I said, it'll give you a better chance of getting better loot, and also will be able to give you better gem sets. That's what basically Ubers. That's all they do. So that should explain exactly what that is. That's why I said if you got this many questions itself, like I said, you can always basically subscribe to my YouTube channel. Basically, use it as a reference because there's a lot of information that you can use in there. Trust me, it's after helping over a couple of thousand people so far playing on the console and PC. And I'm glad to be able to do it that way. Like, I mean, I'm after having people coming back and saying thank you, like I said, looking for me and stuff like that. And I'm like, really be right. So I don't even know, like I said, only for I played with the people at the beginning and whatever the case may be to a point. And they'd be like, hey, man, thanks for teaching me how to play Trove. And I'm like, okay, cool. I said, at least you got some information in that direction. And I said, basically, this is long before I even start recording, because I played so many of these type of games. It's not even funny, and it makes it a lot easier to understand too itself. Like I mean, and getting the information. Plus, you can actually pause the videos and stuff like that, so you'll be able to break it down and learn at your own pace. And that's exactly what I like to be able to do for people, and that's exactly what my YouTube channel is about. Like, I mean, it's just a lot easier. Gotcha. Yeah, well, think about it this way. You might have too much running, dude. You might cause the lag or something like that. Depends on your internet connection. Certain places in the world right now are actually disrupted by electricity or internet or something like that. So, yeah. But that's known to be a factor right now in like Florida and other places because they just got devastated by basically the hurricanes and stuff like that. So they're still recovering from that. And they might take months and months for them to recover 100%. But yeah, it's all good though. Let me see. But like I said, if you're basically doing or learning how to play this game, like I said, I can answer as many questions here live right now, but I can actually help you too as well with some information. But the only thing is, it's where my YouTube channel drops in. It'll be able to help you too. Like, I mean, this is what I do. This is what I like doing because I love helping the gamer out as much as I can and basically do it that way. So, like, I mean, when it comes to, like, learn how to play Trove, there's a lot of information out there on it. There's a lot of information that's thrown right at you, too, with Trove. Like I said, people just don't understand how to play the game itself and tries to play the game, basically will actually struggle. And that's exactly how that works. And I don't struggle at these type of games, but, you know, just because I've been playing for so long. But, yeah. That's why I find it quite easy for me to actually give out advice and stuff like that to the game. But now I don't tell people how to play it. I just go along and give people suggestions. That's the difference between. Like I said, I'm not one of those average Twitchers or YouTubers. Like, I mean, I'm not going to go along and say, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. I say choose what you want to do at your own leisure. And be able to choose information that you want to use. If you don't want to use nothing at all, you don't have to. And that's exactly the way I look at it. So, yeah. But it's all good. Now, what am I going to do here? I'm going to basically give you a follow back, of course. Let me see here. Do it this way. I'm going to see exactly what I can do for you, my friend. I'm going to go right to here. Okay. You're not live right now, but you're live. Yeah, you're having internet issues. I'm looking at 12 minutes and 40 seconds, 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, I'm just looking at your basically your page right now. You're having a lot of internet issues. like I said, are you dropping off of, like I said, when it comes to the internet itself? Like, I mean, if you're dropping off in your streams, because that will make a big difference too. Because if you're dropping off in your streams when you're actually streaming, or basically using multiple applications, like, I mean, if you're using the web browser or anything like that for doing streaming, or just straight up streaming, that'll make a big, huge difference too. Like, I mean, I used to have a problem of with using my web browser too for streaming. Then I started using OBS. So yeah, but it's all good. Now I gotta basically open up this box here and boop, perfect. Nice, nice, nice. All right, grab some stuff here. Yeah, like I said, if you're streaming or whatever the case may be, I can help you with some technical stuff as well, because I'm very avid in that as well. Let me see here. Let me snag that, get rid of that, make this work itself. Perfect. Now, I've got a little bit of flux today so far, so that's not too bad. Like I said, if you do play on the console itself, I don't mind helping you with the troveness. Be able to actually answer a lot of your questions too at the same time while I'm live. But if you've got multiple questions on this game itself, it's better to go to my YouTube channel because it will actually help you more. Because basically, if I can explain every single thing in the game, it's better to go and do it that way because it'll be basically it will help you out a heck of a lot and basically help you break down the game and learn it in your own pace. As I said before, makes it a heck of a lot easier on me because I don't know where people are at half the time. Like, I mean, you might ask me a question, and it's not say it's a dumb question or whatever the case may be. It's just a lot easier to follow, like I said, on my YouTube channel because it's like I've got so much information already done on this game throughout the last couple of years, not just something that was just slapped together in 5 minutes and say, "Here you go." But yeah, like I said, I love doing this stuff and stuff. Basically, doing the troveness and doing basically grinding games and stuff like that. So it's all good. Now, I do survival games as well. Like, I mean, I do have that posted up on my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, it's all good. So, hopefully everybody's still doing great, of course. Basically, if you like the video itself, you can actually be able to, like I said, leave that follow, of course. More, the merrier, of course, the more support. And of course, if you follow me and I'll follow you back, well, basically we can support each other and build our channels up and so on and so forth and be able to do it that way. So we'd be able to actually work together and just say, basically do that, all that fun stuff. But anyway, regardless of that, I'm actually still grinding away here, doing the delves. Like, I mean, I will stop at a delve level if you like to be able to join. If you are on a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 console, and you like to be able to get a hand with the delves itself. You got to remember, I do delves every Monday, of course, and I love to be able to get as many people as possible in here doing the delves because, like I said, the more the merrier itself, and plus, I like to be able to help those other people that really can't do the higher level delves and so on and so forth either. So that's exactly what I like doing itself. Plus, I like to be able to support other people's channels and stuff like that so we can actually build up on that. So this is exactly what I'm doing right now. Like I said, I'm just grinding away and looking at exactly what I need to do and so on and so forth. Now, I've got this one done, completed, and this would be in the next box almost. Let me see. I'm going to vacuum the hair. And like I said, if you don't have like the geode done, I would recommend doing geode too before you actually really start doing the delves, because that will help you with your vacuum cleaner and stuff like that. It makes delves heck of a lot easier. Like, I mean, you can get a lot more materials and stuff like that without really truly grinding. Basically, use your vacuum cleaner instead, and will help you quite a bit. Now, let me see what boss it is. Okay, we got a pirate captain. All right, sweet. Alrighty, basically doing this. All right. Yeah, it's basically still a bit earlier for me to basically doing streaming. That's why I like to basically do my afternoon streaming because I've got a lot more energy during the afternoon. I always did, but I don't mind hopping in here once in a while and doing a morning stream. Let me see. Boop. There we go. We've got that in. All right. Let me see. I've got this done. All right. Now, do I have to kill some creatures? Oh, torch summoning creatures. All right. Let's go and get some more of those done. Anyway, regardless of that, like I said, if you are stuck in this game, like I said, you should not be stuck in the game itself. You should be able to go along and use the information that's there on my YouTube channel. Also, like I said, I'm live every single day too as well. So, like I said, if I'm doing trove or whatever gives me, I'll be able to come and help you out as much as I can. Now, okay, that's a turret. So I uh, need two more of those spiders. There we go, and that's done. Now I gotta go down to the bottom. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you very much, my friend. Like, I mean, my YouTube channel is my main channel, and that's exactly what I look at. Like, I mean, see, you gotta remember, Twitch only saves stuff for about a week, but all my live streams and stuff like that, I do dump into my YouTube channel because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather have something that's permanent so people can use it as a reference. So no matter what game I'm playing, whatever the case may be, if the information helps the other person out, it's a lot more. I can actually dedicate more to my YouTube channel to a point. If like I said, if that makes any sense to you. But like I said, like I mean, I wish, like I said, with affiliate and partnership, which partnership might take me another a couple of years to get. But with affiliate, you only get up to 14 days, but still, it's not a permanent fix. I look for where I can actually do permanent fixes and be able to get store videos and stuff like that, so I can actually be able to share information with you guys, because I know there's a lot of information that's built into these type of games, into the grinders, and that's exactly what I look at. And that's exactly why I look, like I said, try to help as many people. Because, okay, if I've got a room full of like 70, 80, 90 people, and people asking all the time, like, how do you? I'm like, okay, direct, and it's a lot easier to go along and use my YouTube channel that way. So I don't have to answer all these people because all you get is chat spam as well. So I try to avoid that as much as I can. So it's not a disrespect or anything like that to people. Like, I mean, it's just another way of basically doing a Twitch channel and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Like, I mean, this is what I like to be able to do. Like, I like to be able to actually squeeze in as much information as possible and see exactly how I can help out. And like I said, if you're looking for a specific thing, like, I mean, if you go back about 2 months, 3 months, you'll find out the information there. Basically, that's where my information actually starts, because I've got lots of months that is just doing these type of streams. So instead of just basically going back to these type of streams, you'll be able to go back into the beginning of when I was actually first start streaming and stuff like that. Look at some of the streams to see what's helpful to you and so on and so forth. So, like, I mean, that is just basically a little bit of helpful information right there that basically you'll be able to use. So, and that's exactly what I like to be able to do. Like I said, to point the person in the right direction instead of just getting like all these random, I don't know what I'm doing type of things, and it's a lot of fun that way. Anyway, regardless of that, let me see. I'm just worried about right now Trove crashing, because usually about an hour and a half, and usually it crashes, especially in the morning. It's horrible for it because there's so many people online and so on and so forth. And in the mornings, like I said, Monday mornings, like people doing the delves and stuff like that, it's just horrible. It doesn't stay stable long enough for me to make long streams. Like, I mean, if you look at all my trove and stuff like that, you'll see that I made a lot of short streams. All because of that reason. Like, I mean, I know exactly when it's going to crash because the game will actually give me indications. Sometimes I don't catch it in time down. Sometimes my stream actually ends up abruptly. And when I'm not on PC, I'm not using OBS. So basically, my stream will end. Or basically, if it doesn't end, it just freezes. It's just like, it's really annoying. But it's just what it is. But I don't mind that too much, of course. Like, I mean, it's what it is. But yeah, like I said, if there was a way for me to actually use OBS 100% on here, I would actually use that instead. But of course, I don't have the headset and stuff like that, so I couldn't even speak to you guys. So like that over in that direction. So you know, it's what it is. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm basically almost finished over half my delve. This one is, this is a weeping prophet, so switching to my gunslinger once again, so I can do the maximum amount of damage. Yes, and right now, my gunslinger is still the most powerful character I got to do the bosses here. My Shadowhunter is still the most powerful from my the opposite class. Right now, I'm actually working on Solarian. As you notice, I got 41,251. So once I get the Solarian up, I'll be able to swap over to that one and actually start using that one. So yeah, like I mean, I'm just working on different things right now, like I said, so I can actually help you guys at the same time. It doesn't matter really what PR that I'm at right now. It's how far I can go with it, whatever the case may be, and where I can actually help you guys with information and stuff like that. So yeah. So like I said, the better I'm doing, the better information you guys can get, and the more I can help out. And that's exactly what I do. Like, I mean, that's why I said I support streamers, I support gamers, I support everything that. I mean, I love doing it myself. Uh, what do you mean by life being bad? Oh, you mean your stream and stuff like that? Yeah, I might be able to help you with that, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know what's causing your internet to act up or whatever KCB, but I can only give you a couple of suggestions in that. Did you when when you're streaming, because I was just looking at your channel, you've got like you don't have crashes. I mean, Trove does crash quite a bit, but you got one stream there that's 12 minutes. So I'm just thinking that you've got at least you got a 20-minute one, you got a 12-minute one, and you've got a bunch of other things there as well. And I'm just trying to figure out what's causing your internet to act up that way, or are you just ending your stream that way? Because that makes a big, huge difference too. Because if you're ending your stream, because I know you got a couple of long streams there that's a little over an hour, and so on and so forth. And I do short streams too. Like, I mean, think of it this way: I do about an hour and a half of streaming, just because of the fact that I do it like someone watching a movie. I do it like someone who's actually watching a movie. Because, like I said, I don't want someone else to watch my videos for 3, 4, 5 hours and be like, oh man, I gotta use the washroom. I need to be able to get something to eat. And it's like, oh crap. So, it's just one of those things. But yeah, well, basically, welcome back, of course, once again. But yeah, I might be able to help you with your technical difficulties there, dude. Like I said, I'm a computer technician myself. Like, I mean, I build my own systems and stuff all the time, and I know about the internet issues that people can have, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of fun, but it's frustrating too sometimes to deal with them. Like I said, this is exactly what I do. Now, I'm just trying to figure out what type of internet that you're running itself. Are you running like I said, wireless? Or are you running wired? And like I said, it doesn't matter what area you are in currently, as of such. Because if you got internet, you got internet. But if you're running wirelessly, that could be Okay, PS4. Well, I'm using a PS5, so it's not much. No, it's almost no difference in that itself. Like, I mean, the console's a little older, but the problem is with the PS5 4. You can have overeating issues and stuff like that, or your console decides to crap out. If you got like your Ethernet adapter that's going in your system, it'll basically cause you a bit of lag or cause you to have a lot of disconnects. It also depends on your internet itself. Like, I mean, the overall aspect. Like, I mean, and how many devices you have to run in your own entire house. So that makes a big, huge difference at the end of the day, too. So, right. But what I'm saying is there has to be, if you are streaming and you're trying to do streaming itself, what is your connection? Are you using Wi-Fi or are you using wired connection, which is a Cat 6 connection? What are you using for your internet connection? Because that makes a big difference. If you got drop offs and stuff like that, is your console overheating? Like, did you clean your console? Did you basically take off the top part just to make sure your fans and stuff is not stuffed with the lint or basically dust? Because dust will turn into lint eventually and becomes basically block up your intakes and so on and so forth. And if your PS4 sounds like a jet engine, in most cases that's exactly what's causing that a jet engine. It's just because of that reason. So there's a couple of aspects that you can actually look into if you decide to do so, and basically maintain your system a little bit better too as well. And this is exactly what I tell people when they actually ask me a tech thing. I said, okay, what are you using? What are you doing? Like I said, how old is your system? Did you get it like a used at a used store, or what are you dealing with? Is your thermal paste still good on your processor and stuff like that? Is it basically maintained where it's not overheating to where it's actually shutting down on you and stuff like that, or causing slowness? There's a lot of stuff that can happen with electronics. And that's the thing. And this is something that you can actually look into itself. Like, I mean, I do maintain all my stuff itself when I'm actually running my gear. Like, I mean, all my stuff is basically using some of the latest stuff for thermal paste and stuff like that. But now that's something. Hey, how are you doing, Lurker? Yeah, how are you doing today, my friend? Yeah. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to the technical side of things, I'm basically doing it that way and having issues with it. Usually, it's an easy fix. Usually, it's an easy fix. Like if it's your Wi-Fi and stuff like that, it could be. Like I said, if you've got no other choice but to use Wi-Fi and your Wi-Fi is going down all the time, or it's causing issues, then I would go along and use wired. But if you don't have that, you can actually use Powerline. Powerline is another option out there as well. You can use your entire electrical system in your house as your antenna. Basically, it's like having a wired connection. And it's not as good as a wired connection, by the way, because you can still have interference, but it's still better than most Wi-Fi's out there. So it's pretty high out there. Like, I mean, sometimes you can actually double the speed that you're getting, or basically get something that's close to max speed as your router is going to give out. So depends on what you're doing with that. Yes, like I said, with doing that way. So it's very easy, as I said before, very easy fixes. Sometimes you'll have to spend a little bit extra money to actually do it, but it lasts for years. I mean, it lasts for years, where you don't have to replace your stuff and everything that much. And if you are actually doing like I said, a streamer, and you're having this many issues and stuff like that, what my recommendation is, just make sure your console is actually not being dirty. The very first thing. That's the very first thing I would suggest. make sure you've got a good Wi-Fi connection. You can basically take a phone or whatever the case may be and test your internet connection around there. Basically, a Wi-Fi can actually test it a Wi-Fi unless you got a computer, and you can test it with that too as well. Uh, Basically, the location, if your location itself in your house, if you're between a steel wall or a concrete wall, it will actually cause interference. So if you've got something that's like solid, it'll have problems of going through. So basically, what you want to do with that is look at exactly how thick your walls and stuff is, and whatever the case in your house too. And basically, as I said before, the alternative of doing Wi-Fi would be the power line, and or just getting a wired connection. Usually, power line is actually probably less than $100. So it's cheaper than Cat 6. If you look at the distance it can actually travel, and you'll be able to actually get your Wi-Fi connection or close to Wi-Fi connection with that. So it works quite well. So that's a little bit of information that you can actually use if you're doing your connection, just to make sure you're actually connected. And that's if you want to do some serious streaming, because I use a power line myself, and it's only a couple of options for Wi-Fi to actually work out there, but that is exactly what it is. And if you wanted to, you could still use it. Like I said, that's the only options there for PlayStation 4. Now, if you are running under a PC or something like that, you can actually use the Wi-Fi dongles and stuff like that. But like I said, I gave up using Wi-Fi a while back because, like I said, with the basically the power line and stuff like that, it's so cheap. Like, I mean, even well, what's up, Sammy? How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm just basically being a little bit of a tech help today, of course. I'm just doing a little bit of information change instead of doing games. Like I said, the information, like I said, someone was actually having a problem doing streaming and stuff. So I'm just letting people know that it's very easy to fix that problem. Now, sometimes you might have to spend a little bit of money to fix it. Like, there is, like I said, the dongles, if you are actually... I'm doing pretty good. Yep, I'm doing very good, actually, right now. I'm just doing a delve, of course. I'm basically doing some grinding. And then probably later on today, I'll be doing a game change, of course. Going to hopefully try to get double stream today, later on today. Like, my next stream might be 7 or 8 o'clock, because I'm trying to do different time zones. And that's exactly what I've been doing before I got my operation and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, regardless of that, there is 3 options out there doing your Wi-Fi. Basically, you've got your tech itself. There's the 3 tech options. You've got your Wi-Fi, which is basically built into it automatically. You've got wired, which is basically a Cat 6. You also got a power line, which is another option versus for the streamers. And I find power line is really extremely good. It's better than Wi-Fi because you get your speeds and stuff like that from there. Now, it does cost a little bit of money. It's not that expensive. Like, less than $100, you can get like power line, and you can buy it pretty much almost any computer hardware store, and you'll be able to pick it up. So if you're actually having problems with your Wi-Fi and stuff like that, this is what my alternative is. If you can't run wires, if you can run a wired connection, go for it. But like I said, Cat 6 can be expensive, depends on how many feet you have to go. Powerline has no distance to it itself. You can actually use it pretty much almost any spot in your house. So that's why I make that suggestion in itself. And I use Powerline myself. And I'm actually about probably 70, 80 feet away from the connection. Plus, I can't run wires. So I've got, like I said, it's an older house and so on and so forth. But where it's an older house, I'm not going to be drilling through the floor and stuff like that. So I use that instead. So it's a lot less messy. It basically gives me a streaming connection. I could do up to 4K with my connection currently, and it works quite well. Now, I don't expect myself to do 8K This I don't know how that would work with Powerline, but yeah, like I said, I love using it itself because of that reason. Like I mean, that is the three options you have for connecting to your internet. Like I said, you can also check your console too at the same time if it's having connection issues and stuff like that, and you'll be able to use it that way and be able to actually get that repaired. Like I said, if you got anything that's wrong inside your console, like what I mean by repaired is basically reset your console, hopefully be able to get your internet back and be able to get everything up and running again. Because the internet does drop from time to time away from its own connection, and sometimes just resetting your router and stuff like that works too. But like I said, if you like I said, a lot of people use Wi-Fi. Some people got really strong connections, and some people don't. And that makes a big, huge difference at the end of the day. Sometimes, like I used to have like a couple of kilobytes, 760 kilobytes of my Wi-Fi. It didn't allow me to do streaming. And then I start using, like I said, I start using Powerline. I using all that stuff, all the fancy stuff, and that's exactly what I start using. And I don't have issues anymore. So it fixed my problem. I don't have the drop offs anymore or anything like that, and my internet is repaired. Well, you basically, how do you go fast in troll? Well, basically, you end up building your character, and you're building up your character correctly. Basically, it depends on your gem sets and what allies you use and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. Some characters are built with a bit of speed. Like I said, the Shadow Hunter, Neo Ninja, and Lunar Lancer are the three fastest characters in the game. Now, like I said, apart from there's no magic character that's fast in the game, and there's like the Solarian is actually slow too. Like not all physical, not all magical is actually speed. Like I mean, just because you're trading off for the damage versus the speed itself. So that's pretty much the only way to explain that one. But yeah, you'll be able to if you're building a speed character, the best speed character right now, like I said, it's a toss up between the Neo Ninja and the Lunar Lancer. But the only thing is, the happy medium I find is the Shadow Hunter. That's why I use the Shadow Hunter, just because of that reason. Some people would like, one person has said to me, hey man, you're dedicated to the Shadow Hunter. I said, yeah, because they can't mess with it. They can't really change much. They can nerf it to where it's actually not usable anymore, but to actually change the game where it's actually like, I mean, they can't break the character. If they break the character, they make it absolutely useless, even if it's by a little tiny bit. So yeah. So, like I said, that's why I use Shadow Hunter because of that reason. So, like I said, the devs and stuff like that, when they actually come up with updates, they can't change it much. Like, I mean, that's why I love using it. Anyway, regardless of that, like I said, I'm still grabbing stuff here and about ready to almost end my stream because I'm afraid that basically Trove is going to trove me again, as normally it does. Usually about an hour and a half I get on here and then it shuts down. Sometimes I get 20 minutes, but it's Trove. Like, I mean, you got to get used to Trove to basically, if you're playing the Trove, like I said, as well, like I said, if you use my YouTube channel and stuff like that, if I'm not streaming on here, because I usually does about an hour in the morning. I usually does an hour in the afternoon, and if I could do it, I could do an hour late night. Like, I mean, I do one at about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm not too tired. And I'll see if I can fit those three schedules in with my time schedule. Because I do try to do time slots, like two different time zones. Because I usually, within that hour, I'm filling about 2 or 3 different time zones. And, of course, there's 24 hours in a day. So that's exactly what I look at. So I take that 24 hours, split that up, and make that work. And I try to do my best with that. Like, I mean, without delaying or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm looking for still a bow. I'm still looking for a crystalline 4 bow. Let me see. Nope, nothing. Still nothing there. But anyway, regardless of that, I'm just basically going to end my stream here, guys. Of course, just let you know. Hopefully, be able to catch you in the next one. Peace it for now, and hopefully, be able to see you again. Hopefully, be able to see you on your stream as well, dude. Like, I mean, there total. If you do have an issue or anything like that, you can also reach me at Discord here. Usually, I'm very choosy on of my Discord because of the fact I don't mind using it as a communication tool, but I'll show you exactly. I'll give you my Discord if you use Discord. Give me a second here, and there you go. This is my Discord. You'll be able to actually use my Discord at any time, trove anything like that inside the game itself. You'll be able to use that streaming. If I can actually answer the question and stuff like that, I will try to do my best. But if you've got multiple questions that you have, it's better to use my YouTube channel because it'll be a lot easier on you and it'll be a lot easier on me, and so on and so forth. Like I said, instead of basically flooding the chat with questions and stuff like that, I don't mind answering the questions. Don't mind that. But what I'm saying is, if you got multiple questions, like I said, it's a lot easier to do it that way because it'll benefit you at the end of the day. Trust me on that. Like, I mean, people that goes to my YouTube channel and stuff like that does get a boost, and it gets quite a bit of information from that. So, like I said, that's what my YouTube channel is for. Because as I said before, the videos are only stored for 7 days because I'm not affiliate yet. I'm trying to get that, moving right for me, and so on and so forth. But like I said, until I get affiliate or something that I can store more videos and for a longer period of time, like I said, right now they're only good for 7 days. So I'm using YouTube as a happy medium as storage. So like I said, every single time I do a stream here, it goes onto my YouTube channel. So I've got loads and loads of videos and loads of helpful videos just on Trove itself. Like I said, I've got a lot of years in there. No, that's not my real name, but yeah, that is my basically my Discord. But yeah, that's just my Discord channel. I had to come up with a name for it. But anyway, like I said, I'm known as many people here. I'm pretty much a ghost on here. So yeah, as I said before, I never give out your personal information or real names online. That's the very first thing that you don't do. But I mean, people choose what to do, you know. But it's all good. I can't complain about it. Anyway, regardless of that, still trying to kill off some of these baddies, of course. But yeah, I'm going to have to end my stream here, of course. But I'm going to say goodbye, good afternoon, and good whatever. And I'll be able to probably catch you on your stream, and hopefully be able to support you guys as well. Thanks for the support, and thanks for the followers once again. And like I said, hopefully be able to catch you on my next stream, which is probably in about another 7 or 8 hours or something like that time. And basically, I'll be doing a different type of game, of course. I'm always working on something. I'm always working on a project or something like that. So, peace out for now, guys. Have fun, and hopefully we'll see you again.